The Clone Wars rage on, and Anakin and Obi-Wan go on a mission in space to save the Chancellor of the Republic from Count Dooku. They roast Count Dooku, save the Chancellor, and they head back home. Padme announces that she's pregnant, which doesn't faze Anakin in the slightest. The Jedi Council won't let Anakin be a Jedi Master, and it makes him even more angsty than usual. The Jedi are suspicious of Chancellor Palpatine, who's been making some questionable political decisions, and send Anakin, their most unstable Jedi, to keep an eye on the guy. Smart. It turns out that Chancellor Palpatine is actually Darth Sidious in disguise, and slowly manipulates Anakin to turn to the dark side of the Force. Samuel L. Jackson has been here the entire time, I guess, and he finally decides to do something. He goes to arrest Palpatine after Anakin totally spills the beans, but gets himself roasted in the process. Anakin gets the dope nickname Darth Vader, and using his political influence, Palpatine declares himself the Emperor and crushes all democracy. Oh, and all of the Jedi except for Obi-Wan and Yoda get roasted. Rip. Also, Anakin kinda maybe roasts a bunch of kids. Really not cool. Obi-Wan finds out that Anakin is the father of Padme's still unborn twins, and the two go to confront him. He gets all Anakin-y and angsty and lashes out, which leads to Obi-Wan and Anakin fighting over a bunch of lava. Yoda goes to confront Palpatine and loses pretty badly, so he decides to go into exile. Obi-Wan chops off some limbs and leaves Anakin to get crispy in some lava, but the Emperor recovers him and gives him some sleek black body armor, which makes him sound crazily like James Earl Jones. Padme dies during childbirth, and her two children, Luke and Leia, are hidden in places where Darth Vader hopefully can't find them. Literally the planet where the rebellion comes from, and Anakin's home planet. Smart. Now a bunch of years have passed, and the rebels are causing some mischief. They've stolen the plans to a big old superweapon called the Death Star that's capable of blowing planets up, and they decide to deny it literally seconds after they did it. Darth Vader gets real cheese and abducts Princess Leia, who he thinks knows where the plans are. He doesn't realize that she hid them inside of her droid named R2-D2, who escaped the attack and crash-landed on Tatooine with his buddy C-3PO. Because this entire series is built upon coincidences, they bump into Luke Skywalker, who discovers that R2's hiding a message addressed to one Obi-Wan Kenobi. He finds him like 8 seconds later, and they decide to go to bring the plans to the rebels on the planet Alderaan. They need a ship, so they go to the sketchiest place on the planet to find one, and lucky for them, a smuggler named Han Solo and his dog Chewbacca have a very fast boy called the Millennium Falcon, and they agree to take him to Alderaan for a price. Unfortunately, when they get there, they find out the planet has up and vanished, and they have no idea that the Empire blew it up with the Death Star. They soon get pulled into the Death Star by gravity or something, and after doing some sneaking around, they find Princess Leia and rescue her. Obi-Wan goes to confront Darth Vader and gets roasted relatively quickly. Luke, Han, Leia, Chewie, and the droids flee to Yavin 4 to meet up with the rebels, and they come up with a plan to blow up the Death Star. They do it super easily, and it seems to be a happy ending.